All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Footy Talks, where we talk about the world of football and what's going on and whatnot. And obviously, today we had the Real Madrid versus Man City game in the first leg of the Champions League. And honestly, it was a lot more different than what I personally expected it to be. I expected a little bit of dominant performance from Man City, and upwards until the first goal, it was pretty much that. It was a lot of dominance by City and a lot of counter attacks by Real Madrid, and I think it all went down to Ancelotti's plan because it looked like they just knew the plan right away that City was going to be dominant with the ball. City was going to have a lot of possession, and so Real Madrid just had a lot of dominant had a lot of counter attacking opportunities, and they have also special players. Obviously, they have Modric, Benzema, and to highlight today's game, Vinny Jr. I think Vinny is, if he would retire right now, he definitely would be a Real Madrid legend. At almost 23 years old, the guy is just ripping through the league, ripping through the Champions League. He's doing a lot for the team, and it's crazy because he made basically something out of nothing in his goal. The first goal for Real Madrid, literally mainly dominance by Man City upward to that goal. After that goal, we saw a boost of energy, a boost of morale by Real Madrid, where they came in and they wanted to attack more. They felt like they could go out and win this more comfortably, and also applauds to both defensive teams, especially when Real Madrid would attack a lot more. Um, City's approach is to get the ball. So that means high pressing, very intense, and very good defending. And Ederson, who also came in clutch multiple times. Same thing with Courtois on the other end. Whereas we saw a little bit different from Real Madrid. They heavily read out on the defensive structure, and I think it was very, very good. I think Alaba and Rudiger did a really, really good job in keeping hold of Haaland. Haaland had basically disappeared for most of the 90. There wasn't really much to be said about him, where you normally expect a big name like Haaland to come up in games like this. But until the first goal, it was mainly Man City, and then obviously a Vinny world class of a goal. Amazing performance by Vinicius Jr. And then that's when Real Madrid really got all gears going. Up until the second half. In the second half, it was again more dominance by Man City. Man City had most of the possession throughout the whole game. A lot of attacking play. It started getting a little bit desperate for City. Kind of looked like for me. It looked like they were getting more desperate in the balls, especially because they couldn't really get through Real Madrid's defense for the most part. Real Madrid's defense was just going ham. Like Rudiger and Alaba were underrated that game. I thought we need to talk more about them because they played really, really well. The way they just held down Haaland, it's not an easy task to do, and they did it so beautifully. Up until De Bruyne's goal, I thought De Bruyne had a really, really good game too. He was a masterclass and obviously got the Man of the Match award for his masterclass. He was trying to get in those little pockets of space and try to give decent passes or even make good runs himself. But his goal really came at a highlighting moment for Man City's, I guess you can say, dominating ball playing abilities. A lot of passes in Real Madrid's box, a lot of just moving around and making sure you get good passes in, and then De Bruyne's goal was just world class knowledge and ability to be able to hit that on your weak foot and outside the box is amazing. I think that that's just something that unique players do, and he showed that today. Like he showed that he is that type of player. But yes, De Bruyne had a world class of a goal. They completely left De Bruyne alone in that build up play. They were so focused on where the ball was going and double teaming the ball that they left De Bruyne alone. And you can't leave a player like De Bruyne alone. You cannot. He's too good of a player to just be left alone. So once he left alone, he just knew that world class ability of his was gonna come in clutch on the weak foot, smacked it in the left corner, and it was amazing. But yeah, overall, a better play from Real Madrid than what I personally expected. I'm sure a lot of Real Madrid fans expected this from Real Madrid. And, I mean, at this point, why don't we expect more from Real Madrid? I think Real Madrid, I've said it time and time again, they're Champions League royalty, the Champions League class. They show up in the Champions League games. And I personally always doubted them, and I think they proved me wrong once again. They have world-class players who could come up in big moments despite form. Everything goes out the window in these types of games. Form, morale, everything, and all that really matters is these games, and Real Madrid definitely showed that their experience and their ability and their confidence within themselves really carried this game. Overall, a plot performance by Real Madrid. I thought Man City did really well, but it's what it was expected from City, at least from my end. I expected a dominant build-up play for City, more possession. I expected more goals from City too. I wanted Haaland to be more on the ball and be more dominant in those aerial duels and just come in those running behinds, but we didn't really see a lot of that from Haaland, at least not that I saw. But hopefully, now going to the Etihad, Man City could capitalize a little more. I think it's super, super important for City to capitalize because Real Madrid came home and they showed up, and it's time for Man City to do the same. And whether they can do that or not is yet to be seen. But yeah, overall, I want to give a bigger highlight for Real Madrid because I think out of both teams, they played really, really well and exceeded expectations, whereas Man City was kind of upwards of expectations and also a little bit of a lucky goal by De Bruyne. But yeah, really, really good game. Just gets me even that more excited for game 2 at the Etihad. But tomorrow we have AC Milan versus Inter. Let me know what you guys think about these games and who do you think is going to win. And if you like this type of videos, like and subscribe down below. Thank you.